Are you ready for your long distance ride? If you're not properly prepared, you could be facing a world of pain. I'm talking about sore muscles, gut issues, or even injuries that are going to stop you dead on your tracks. That's why I've created the Ultra Ride Blueprint, a step-by-step strategy designed to help you train smarter, fuel better, and set up your bike to maximize comfort. Look, this isn't just an ordinary plan. It's the key to making sure you don't just survive the ride, but you actually enjoy it. Look, at the present moment, I'm sucking steroids like they're chocolates to keep my body moving while I deal with this latest flare-up of colitis. And this is the very plan that I will use for my comeback. This plan involves back-to-back training. Why? Because long-distance cycling challenges your endurance and your recovery. Look, stimulating consecutive days on the bike helps you build stamina, but also helps you build resilience for those multiple long days in the saddle. Okay, the structure is basically like a 2-week mini training camp. I want to challenge you over 3 days of consecutive riding and 2 days in a week. We multiply that by 2 for the 14 days, you get 10 ride days, 4 rest days. Super simple. Here's how it looks basically as a structure. Day 1, you rest, but you plan. You plan ahead, okay, because that's important. Day 2, 3 and 4, you ride. Day 5, you rest. And day 6 and 7, you ride. You repeat that structure for your 2 weeks. 10 rides, 4 recovery days. Boom. But now, we've got to build in 3 keystone workouts for that progressive nature, for the physical and the mental. This is important, okay? But note, warning, I want you to build everything around time. I want you to focus on minutes and not miles. I don't want you listening to the noises from Strava or Zwift.
On your WhatsApp group, I'm doing 10 hours. Oh, fuck off, Bob.
You need to do what you can do because consistency is key. Got that? Okay, right. The first 3 rides are really important. You're going to set out the time you have for the 3rd day, for ride 3, the maximum time you have. And in that ride, we're going to punch a 20-minute sub-threshold push at the end of that. Anywhere between 85 and 95%. An RPE is 7. You've got to punch before you cool down. Ride 1, okay, on that day 2 becomes your build day, the shortest time. You move into ride 2. That is your push phase, a little bit longer than ride 1. Then you move into your stretch, that ride 3, where you go the longest of the 3 days. Then you rest. Day 5, chill, recover. Then you hit the next keystone workout, okay? So ride 4 becomes the longest of the week. You gotta beat ride 3. You gotta go longer, okay? So plan your time ahead and nail it. And then ride 5 is what I call the 50% ride. You got to do a minimum of 50% of what you did in ride 4. That should come to the end of week 1. So you just repeat it again for week 2. You do something special. What you do is you flip the 3 ride day and you do the longest ride on ride 1. Yes, and you do the 20-minute effort again. You got to punch that sub-threshold at the end. By doing the longest at the start of week 2, you therefore manage your recovery. You're not going to overreach. You're into ride 6, yes, that's the longest. Punch the 20 minutes, okay? Then you go into the ride 7, okay? You do the middle time. Then ride 8 becomes the shortest of the 3 days. Boom, nail it. This is really good because you're not overreaching and it's helping your mindset. You take a rest and then you're into the next key workout. This is ride 9. Now ride 9 is really important. Out of all the 10 rides, this is the longest. You gotta go back and see, what did I do in ride 4? You gotta beat that. So lay out your time. This is why planning is so important. You gotta plan ahead. This is the one whereby you're going the longest. And then ride 10, you do 50% of what you did the day before. And that's it. You've made it to the end. You've done 2 weeks. So what do you do after that? You build in a softer week, a recovery week, a lower volume week, and then you go back to it. You go back to the 2-week plan. You plan ahead. You're better at the planning now. You're better at finding time. And here's how you can progress it. You can take the 20-minute period, you can add it to 25 minutes. You can look at your time. Can you find a little bit more time for those longer rides? Maybe keep the build and the push rides the same, but you can go a little bit longer on that 3rd ride. Maybe you can add altitude in and you use the long rides to hit more meters, going up rather than going forward. Look, you're getting many signals that your body's giving you. You're measuring your fatigue, how you're feeling day to day. Did you overreach on week 1? Do you need to dial the time back? Are you able to be consistent? Okay, let's talk about nutrition now, or what I say, real food, not fake food. Look, why real food, coach? Gels and processed energy products, they do have a place, but not as your main nutrition, because they're going to upset your stomach during those long rides. You got to train with real food because this helps you develop better habits and therefore keeps your gut happy. Look, if your ride overlaps a mealtime, bring real food. Make yourself a sandwich, bring some fruit, develop your cooking skills and make some energy bars. Look, liquid nutrition is important, especially when you go over 3 to 4 hour rides, but can you get yourself a blender, maybe before you get those lightweight wheels, and make your own electrolyte drinks, make your own smoothies. Look, save your energy gels for emergencies, so take them with you. Think of them as a break glass in case of emergency. Look, a pro tip is test your fueling strategy during your training rides, so you know what works. Before the big event, your body's giving you signals and talking to you every single day. So tweak your nutrition so that you fuel properly. Because remember, it is essential that you both fuel for the ride and recover for the ride with good quality, real food. One of these is going to be a better investment than those lighter wheels. Fuel is king. Now that you've got your fueling strategy dialed in to keep your energy levels up during those long rides, it's time to take things to the next level. Look, I'm doing a huge New Year's special where I'm giving away my $99 starter program for free for 99 cyclists. All you've got to do is click on the first link in the description to grab your free spot. But you've got to be fast. They're going really quickly and you'll be kicking yourself in the ass if somebody else takes your spot. I'm only going to give them away to people that are actually subscribed to the channel. Action takers who can click that button and subscribe. So do it now before you click on the link to grab your free slot on the starter program. Okay, now we have to look at your bike setup. This is really important. Ask yourself, does it need tweaking? To focus on comfort ahead of aerodynamics. Look, comfort is king for long distance cycling. Unlike racing where aerodynamics are prioritized, long rides require a setup that minimizes fatigue and maximizes comfort. So what to adjust? First of all, your stack height and reach. Ensure that you're not overreaching or straining. A more relaxed posture is critical. So your handlebars and saddle position, I would adjust them to a very neutral position. Not too far forward, not too low, not too aggressive. And then there's the load-bearing setup. You've got to train with your bike fully packed for these rides. You've got to stimulate the ride conditions. That's important. So always pack your bike first before adding load to your body, like a backpack in your pockets, etc., because you need to maintain good posture. A little pro tip, if you need to carry a tent, then make sure you practice setting up your tent in difficult conditions. You may control your training, but you will never control the weather. It's getting a little bit Braveheart there. With the right training and the proper fueling and a comfortable bike fit, you're set to crush those long rides. Yeah, easy. But look, here's the thing, there's a little bit more to it. Endurance isn't just about time in the saddle. Building strength off the bike is just as important. Stronger legs means more power, better endurance, less fatigue, especially on those uphill grinds. But I know that you love hills. So look, if you want to take your riding to the next level, check out my next video. It's on strength training for people like yourself, okay? Hey, if you've enjoyed the video, I know that you've already subscribed, but hit that like button, send the message or that crazy algorithm, whatever it is. Us old guys don't understand that. I will see you in the next video, so keep smiling and keep spinning.